You are listening to BnDnD, a show where we drink some brews and play Dungeons and Dragons.
My name is Marquise Hamilton, and I'm the Dungeon Master. I'm here with
Sarah Rodenberg playing as Korgan Court Smasher.
Robin Jost playing as Beadle Bramblepatch.
And Jared Lindenau playing as Mugen Genka.
So last time you guys got back to Certain, you all went your separate ways to figure out some information. You all, what you could about the mysterious shard of light that you had found, and you agreed to meet back at the gates of the Exalted Rise, to where you could go and stay with Mugen before you headed out to find out more information. We started off with Korgan, who went and spoke with her Professor Ohrstreicher, a teacher, Professor Ohrstreicher, who was secretly a follower of Mortimer and gave her some information about the Shattering, about Mortimer, and about the myth behind the Looking Glass kind of thing. We then went with Mugen, who paid off her debt to her landlord. Was quite confident afterwards. Had a little bit of a skip in her step there. Went to the library, paid off the debt there. Found some information on some knowledge that is like kind of no longer studied, like forgotten, about these points of lights and the different peoples and regions of the world. Donated a bunch of money, was greeted by a elven LeVar Burton, and then we cut over to Beadle, who ran into Bronson after going to his guild and paying off his monthly contribution to the Mary Kai Guild. Bronson took Beadle into a secret space between spaces, which is
In a creepy alleyway.
Yes, which was like a secret area that the Chemical Hammer Society is able to practice freely without being watched by groups that may have opposing interests. Was told a whole bunch of information about the points of light, certain ones that are near Olde East Vale, and a contact in Olde East Vale to try to reach out to. So we start our session today with everyone is essentially kind of still separate, just in the street. They've just left what they were doing. Mugen is carrying a stack of books through the streets. Beadle has just left this secret entrance and is standing in an alleyway, and Korgan is standing outside of her parents' home. We are going to start with Korgan, actually. What are you doing?
I'm really mad. I just slammed the door, and I just had a pillowcase where I put like 100 gold in it, and I leave it at the door, like maybe like there's like a doorknob or something. And then I leave to go meet everyone, I guess, at the gate of the Exalted Rise.
Okay. Yeah, you pass through the winding streets. You know pretty well this underground city, and you eventually make your way out. You see the dimming daylight as it's going into the evening, and head out into the above ground surface streets. Head over to the Exalted Rise. We will cut over to Mugen. You have been carrying books from the library and walking down the street. What are you doing?
Yep, just trying to struggle to see over my 10, 15 pounds of books as I'm carrying them along. I don't even know if I'm strong enough to carry them, but navigate my way back to the Exalted Rise and the gate to meet my cohorts.
Okay, so yeah, you do stumble. You're kind of like trying to balance these books as you make your way down the street. Other people are passing you by. Some people like try to like put up a hand and steady them for you a little bit.
I was cursing myself like, I really need to learn tensor floating disk.
But these are people that, this is the Exalted Rise. People know you. They've seen you make this trip a bunch of times. So, like, they're just like, well, help her
Crazy
out.
book lady.
I'll help her out a little bit,
That's what I thought too.
Yeah.
It always makes me think of that. There goes Belle singing her daily needs song about us.
Yeah. So,
like, there goes the baker with his bread. Like, okay, bitch.
Yeah. So, yeah,
Good job.
exactly. So you
Get a job, Belle.
you make your way through the streets and you eventually come to the gate. You're just like holding a shit ton of books at the gate, waiting for your newfound friends to show up. Korgan does eventually show up shortly after you reach the gate. We're going to cut to Beadle. Beadle, you are standing in an alley as the last couple of bricks and block up this entrance behind you. And there's people at the end of the alley, maybe about 20, 30 feet in front of you that are like passing by, but no one seems to really notice.
Beadle kind of looks back at the wall. He's just like, that's just so amazing. And Beadle has a lot on his mind. He's just encountered a guild that like just seems really amazing and has a little bit of guild envy. I mean, it's not even like it's not even a guild, it's a secret society. How he's got to get that in,
Guild envy, like Genvy.
Yeah.
Like
So he's got like his homunculus Ibble, the bee, mechanical bumblebees in his paw palm. He kind of like pushes his little badger snout up to the bees, like, well, we better go catch up with the others. Ibble. And he's kind of like, but I could think this in my mind to you, Ibble. So he's like having a mental conversation with his alchemical bee. Like, we have a lot to ponder, Ibble. Like, in the past weeks, or since our meeting, like, I've accumulated more wealth than, well, not a decent amount of wealth. It's not as much as I can imagine, but like pretty cool. And I need to think about Mary Kai. But let's get back to the others. And he's gonna kind of like slowly waddle through the streets towards the Exalted Rise. Definitely admires the gates of this cool elven part of town.
All right. Yeah, you eventually make your way up. You see that Korgan is standing there with what looks like a large stack of books with legs. And you can kind of see the brim of a hat on either side. And you're like, yeah, that's Mugen.
That's Mugen.
Pretty identifiable.
Stack of books wearing a giant hat.
Yeah, essentially. So yeah, you waddle on up there and you guys all come together at the gates of the Exalted Rise. The guards kind of see that Mugen is like waiting for you, so they just kind of like look at you, a little bit of side eye. But they're just
They're
like,
my guests this evening.
yeah, okay.
Here, Korgan, could you carry this?
Yeah, I grab him from her with one hand.
Yeah, you're easily able to do that.
Incredible amount of balance you have, in addition to your strength.
It's not balance, it's just a strong base.
Well, all right. I've actually found a lot of information that I think I would like to tell you all, and let's head back up to my apartment, and we can discuss our future plans and maybe get a good night's rest.
I have so much to talk about with you both as well.
Oh, we should order in and get some food, and it's going to be great.
Who delivers to the Exalted Rise?
It better involve potatoes.
There's Potato John's.
I haven't had Potato John's in so long.
That's such a sad sound. Oh, Potato John. That
But they
sounds
don't
great.
just have potatoes.
I
They have
want
lots
chili
of,
cheese fries.
Lots of carb-based dishes.
Yes, potato poutine.
That sounds perfect to me. Poutine sounds fabulous right now. Let's do it.
Yeah,
Baked Potato John's, fried Potato John's.
All right, so you guys make your way past the gates, down the street, and eventually come to Mugen's home, which you visited once before. Enter into her apartment, which is just literally a maze of books stacked upon each other. Sounds like you're staying there for the night. Do whatever. What do you guys think?
Okay.
You do whatever you want.
So we're gonna go after these light spots, right? We got one. We got to get the rest, and then I bet cool shit will happen.
Yeah, I found some information on at a first glance over a few of these books that you brought up here about I think 5 different of the locations. The closest of which is Turglesnurch. I think if we wanted to go to one of these places, a quick shot across the bay would be an easy get to.
Yeah,
one of the
we could
closest
probably
points of this
rent a
mystery.
boat from someone. It wouldn't take very long to get over there. It wouldn't even have to be a big boat. It's pretty still inside the inlet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Beadle rests his snoot upon his
We could
paw.
be there probably by the end of day tomorrow. Maybe it would take a full day, but
Are you sure that the one in Turgo, it kind of just looks like an accidental smudge on the map to me. When I ran into Bronson. You remember that furball that
Who we rescued from was it an owlbear?
yeah, that beast of a creature. Whoa. He has a whole secret society in an alleyway in Certain.
what?
Would have never known.
What secrets do they got?
Yeah, thanks
It's-
for letting us in on the secret, by the way.
I feel so included.
Well,
Yeah, that's very nice.
Yes, I promised to take you there, but they apparently have another secret base outside of Olde East Vale. And there's someone that can give us more information by the name of Lily.
That's pretty far.
I've been to Olde East Vale before. I actually, that's where I joined the Mary Kai Guild, and I think that would be a fantastic place to start. And Olde East Vale is a huge city. There's a wealth of knowledge there. We might be able to find out more about these shards.
Interesting. I mean, I'm just I have such a strong desire to find out more about them, and that one's so close. Is there a reason we shouldn't go to Turglesnurch?
Yeah, I just, like I said, I just feel like it's just a smudge on the map. It can't.
I think it just looks exactly the same as the other ones. But
I'm gonna
Sure.
I'm gonna have you roll a persuasion check, and I'm gonna have you roll an opposing insight.
Hey, what about me? I'm looking too.
You can also roll an opposing
Can it be
insight.
charisma?
Beetle is trying to persuade
Huh?
both
Can it
that
be
it's a
charisma?
smudge on the map.
Charisma. Yeah, I mean,
Be by anti-persuasion?
Persuasion's charisma, right?
yeah, but insight is usually what you would use to see if somebody's if
Yeah,
you
that's a
trust somebody
wisdom.
or something.
So I'm trying to convince us to go to.
You're trying to
So
convince.
I'm trying to persuade.
You can. All right, if you're trying to
Then
persuade,
wouldn't it just be
then
persuade versus persuade?
yeah, you can do that if
I'm
you want to do
persuaded.
that. Corgan, since you're trying, I don't think you really have a.
I'm just trying to tell if she's lying.
Yeah, so roll insight to see.
Or if I can I also, sorry, I'm trying to tell if he's lying, and can I also, because I feel like insight could also include Beadle's vibe right now.
I wanna say-
Is he nervous? Is he, do you get what I'm saying?
I can tell you, yeah, I will tell you, I will describe it based on what you roll. I'm gonna have you roll.
Nervous. It's just a smudge on the map.
I'm gonna have you roll insight to see, like, based on what you roll, is who you trust more, essentially.
Oh, okay. That's a 17 plus 5 is...
A 23?
Yes.
22.
7.
Yes, 22.
-1.
Yeah, 8 minus 1.
Okay.
All right.
So I'm trying to just see what's up with Beadle right now is my main goal.
Olde East Vale.
I don't think I...
What is it?
That one.
A nat 1?
So it's a 4, but...
You're just... All right, so Beadle sounds like he's making a pretty good argument. He sounds like he found some information that is really interesting from this, like, crazy underground secret society.
I have heard
and
that Turgle Snurch is really, really fancy, and like Olde East Vale's just another city, and it'd be cool to go to the biggest city. I've heard that there's more people there than there is in Certain, which would be awesome. And I bet there's different people there, and I like different people.
I think Beadle makes a good argument about whether, we actually have a contact there.
That's what I was going to say too. We know someone.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you're absolutely right, Korgan. If you think there's a diverse crowd in Certain, just wait. And like, Olde East Vale is where dreams are made of. There's nothing you can't do.
Oh damn!
Well, all right. If we're gonna head to Olde East Vale, if we're gonna head to Olde East Vale, how should we travel there?
Oh, that's a good point. I mean, if we take the cart with Burrower, I mean, it is probably a week's travel. Like, I mean, that is where I traveled from before getting to Certain.
Which could be used to our advantage.
There,
That you've just traveled it and not know the area.
this is true. I mean, it was a long road, pretty uneventful.
Or we could...
Some smaller towns along the way, similar, kind of like when we went to Hardfoot, like nothing major population-wise, but we could also travel by sea.
Yeah, I know that there's, big boats in the port that carry goods between Olde East Vale and Certain.
Yes. I mean...
We could probably charter a boat large enough to bring the cart aboard.
Mm-hmm.
Might make our travel faster, but I also haven't seen the countryside between here and Olde East Vale either, so they're both equally appealing to me.
I feel like by sea would be quicker, and Olde East Vale is along the coast, so...
They say that dwarves should not go out to sea because stone and rocks are what ground us. So because they say I should not, I feel as though that is what gets my vote.
Do you think you would
Fair
sink?
enough.
Have you ever learned to... I mean, I'm a burrowing badger. I've never swam in my life, so I don't know how I feel about going out to sea.
I don't know how much I know
You
about
didn't have a swim
buoyancy.
team in your high school?
No. I don't think that we don't have anything that isn't useful or practical like that.
Well, swimming is very useful because it helps you not drown.
Well, not if you never ever go to the sea.
Interesting.
But
Well,
I don't know much
you did
about
that.
buoyancy, but I know I am pretty solid, so I don't know if it would be easy. But I think I could figure it out.
Well, how about until we try to teach you to swim, that we take the land and a path, a road over to Olde East Vale. Looks like we might only have to cross a river or so, go through past the Morgoth Falls, past the grass-grown
So wait,
sea.
what are we doing? Are we...
Yeah, if we travel to Olde East Vale by land, it's certainly
We wouldn't have to pay extra for
That's
a boat
true. That's
to get
when
there
boats
faster.
are expensive, I think.
I mean, buying one certainly, but buying passage.
we certainly
on one
have quite a bit of gold if we wanted to purchase a boat, and it'd be
I don't
cool
think
if we could have a cool captain. If those exist.
Chartering one at this stage of our lives is probably a little bit smarter. They could be, depending on the size, it could be quite expensive.
What does Burrower think? And I look at Burrower and I'm like, boy, do you want to go? And I make a swimming motion like this. And then I'm like, and then
We're really gonna leave it up to the dog.
then I make a running motion.
Burrower and the cart are definitely not in my apartment.
I was gonna say, I don't think Burrower was
I
with
go
you.
outside and ask. I go
looking
in
out the
Okay.
balcony.
I was like thinking,
I go
I was like,
out
I
on
don't
the
think Burrower was
porch.
with you.
And I'm like
porch.
on the top of the apartment building. Remember that guy downstairs wants my apartment.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I go out on the porch and I ask Burrower.
Burrower is just kind of like, and starts doing like a doggy paddle motion.
He wants to go swimming. Let's go get a boat. We could take a boat.
I thought you were afraid of the water, but okay, sure.
No,
Well,
I
like
told
said,
you I wanted to take.
the boat-
I just don't know if I can swim. We'll find out.
As long as it's a strong enough boat. I feel like it would be more efficient than traveling by land, but I, like Korgan, I'm a ground creature. I don't know how to swim.
All right, there's a communal pool here in my neighborhood. We can definitely attempt to go swimming in the morning. If you're not very successful at it, perhaps we should travel by
Let's
night.
let that make our decision. I think that sounds like a great plan. Should we just do it right now? I think it's just late, like mid-evening, isn't it? It's like 9 o'clock, 10 o'clock.
I really like the communal pool idea.
Let's hit the local pool and see how good we are at
Yeah, let's
swimming.
go.
I really like this idea.
Okay,
Yeah, we're doing
let's
that.
go swimming. Let's go see if we can swim.
I mean, of course it would, right? Like,
I think we should just do it right now or do it tonight so that we can leave early in the morning to go, I guess, to Olde East Vale.
well, then we should hurry up before it gets too dark because the pool closes after sunset.
Who's going to stop us, Mugen?
The guards.
Yeah, we go.
They wish they could
Do
stop
you have a
us.
swimsuit I can borrow?
I have a few. Let's see if one fits you.
I might need to borrow one too.
I feel like you would probably
The
dress.
onesie, I don't know if your tails.
You might have to cut a hole in it.
I don't
It'll
want
be
to.
fine. We'll buy you a new one.
Maybe you can wear a two-piece.
I would assume
Yes.
Mugen probably dressed more modestly, so like I could probably wear something yours. It would just be like a little skimpier. Yeah,
Stretched to
like
all
it
goodness.
fit, but it would be like
Well, because we're like the same height, right?
yeah,
But we're very different builds.
yes.
Same.
Yeah, so
Like I still look fucking great, but
I disappear into the stack of books and find what would be essentially the bedroom, and then wander back with a couple of swimsuits.
Okay.
I have the bottom piece of a two-piece for Beadle, and a onesie, one piece for Korgan. And
I think I cut it in half, and then that would work perfectly. It'd probably come
So
up to
Beetle's
here.
essentially wearing a Speedo.
I mean,
Yes.
like, it's not necessary. Like, Beetle.
It's very European,
does
and you
have
are a
a-
European badger.
This is true.
right?
Beetle could
It's
essentially just swim with no clothes.
I think it's more of a feeling.
I
It's up to- it's up to you,
am
Beetle.
is equally armored without armor as if I do have armor on.
But you always wear clothes when you want to.
This is true. I do wear like a doublet top. I never wear pants because
well, you two can decide between the two-piece or the one-piece, whichever you'd rather wear.
Beetle,
But
Beetle is
these are the
going to
swimsuits I
wear
have.
the bottom.
Are you gonna come to Mugen? Let's go.
Oh,
Yeah. So
I mean, someone
Beetle
needs to
is
show
a-
you how.
Oh, I figured we'd just figure it out. And I go to the pool and I run and I cannonball into it.
Oh, we're there already.
You're not there
Okay.
yet.
Is it far?
I will bring you to the pool. Are you set?
Beetle is essentially wearing a Speedo.
All right.
Bottom half of Mugen's bikini, and it is stretched out.
And Korgan in the other one piece
Sprints.
stretch out, and I bring you both to the pool.
Yeah, so essentially Korgan is sprinting ahead and then kind of like stopping at cross streets and looking back and being like, where do I go? As Mugen is leading Beetle down the street. You guys pass a couple streets, come to like a park area that's like nice, gated off, kind of. There's not guards there. You can just like kind of walk in, and there's like some topiaries and stuff like that. But there is
no one to stop us.
there is a pool. The sun is going
During
down.
regular hours, silly.
Yeah, the sun is going down, but you do see that there's a pool there. It does seem that like there's not really anyone there. It's definitely end of day. Not really the season for swimming, but you can totally. Seems like you totally go in there and hop in.
Yeah, that's the deep end. Probably don't want to start there. That's the shallow end. Probably want to start there.
And
Don't jump into the shallow end.
So in that that topiary bush over there, shaped like an elf, is that the lifeguard?
Absolutely.
Maybe.
I jump in at the 5 feet.
Okay. You jump in, creating a huge splash, and are you doing anything?
I start moving my body.
How does it land?
All right.
Is there any
go ahead
athletics
and
involved?
I do a cannonball. I jump.
go ahead and make a.
You're going to want to hold your breath when you go under the water, Korgan.
I want. Okay.
And you're going to want
Alright.
to kick your legs.
I'm trying to
kick
think.
your legs. Like
Plug
you're...
your nose.
You've literally never swam before, right?
Yeah, but I'm athletic, and I think like.
Okay. Make an intelligence check though.
I'm shouting as she's charging in. I'm like, hold your breath when you go under the water. Like, kick your legs. If you hit the bottom, push yourself up.
I would
Yeah.
think I could just feel it.
Hey, just make an intelligence check real quick.
I don't want to play this game.
You roll another one. It takes you
Here's
a
another-
very long
another
time.
D20.
Like you jump in and then you're just
I have this
immediately.
one.
But what's your intelligence
I
bonus?
don't want to talk about
It's
it.
a nat one.
It's +0.
So-
Okay.
You jump into the
At
water.
least it's not mine.
You cannonball enthusiastically into the water, but as soon as it hits you, this strange feeling of like I don't know what to do now,
I'm mad at the dice.
and like
Liquid.
I'm
You're kind of
waving
like-
at the lifeguard.
you're kind of like flailing around in the water, like
Help.
swirling around and stuff like that.
Help us.
Help her.
Um,
Help her.
You do see.
It's the 5 feet, so I'm literally only 2 inches.
You don't know where, but you've never been in water before. You're just kind of freaking out right now. You're
I don't
panicking.
like this. It's embarrassing.
Hey, it happens, man.
We
You
all
do-
do things.
Light flashes before your eyes. You see Balsana.
Mugen, you start shouting for a lifeguard, and you do see
Waving
this
my arms
this
over my head
topiary
frantically.
that is like 20 foot tall in the shape of an elf. Kind of looks at you, and then reaches down into the pool and picks up Korgan in like this weird leafy topiary hand,
What?
Thank you.
and
All
just
right,
kind of
Korgan.
looks over to you guys, and then sets Korgan down on the side of the pool, and then goes back to being lifeless and standing in its position.
Don't need CPR. Do I?
No,
Oh no, the
You
bush.
were- you didn't-
The minister's about
I'm not going to say that you inhaled
He's
it.
pretty
Also,
quick, I guess.
also, I don't think that
you know, an
a-
I can
otherworldly
medicine
being,
check.
I don't think
Yeah,
a
6 seconds she
topiary
does.
construct could give you CPR.
I run over to Korgan. Does she look like she needs CPR? I'm ready to do a medicine check if necessary.
I would say that Korgan just seems freaked out.
I start doing CPR anyways.
Okay.
Give
Breathe,
her-
Korgan, breathe.
I give her a little tug.
Oh, damn. All right. Hell yeah.
Not
Uh,
even like.
I mean, how
not-
do-
Okay,
Honestly,
you're
though,
fine.
more
You're
just
fine.
like not even that sexy. I just kind of like stick my tongue out.
All right.
I pull back, confused, realize that she's fine. Like, okay, let's just take it a little easier, and we can learn how to swim.
Did you just
I really-
sandlot Mugen?
Well, we do have a mastiff.
It's true.
I think that you can do this. I appreciate your enthusiasm to get going. But let's just go stand in the shallow end, and then I'll tell you how to kick your legs, throw your arms, and I bet you can do this. You're a very athletic person.
While y'all are necking and getting saved by a lifeguard bush, Beadle is standing at the side of the pool in a little elven speedo on his portly badger body, and he's got his paws in his
His
hips.
tail sticking up.
Well, it's kind of like he didn't want to cut a hole, so it's just kind of like hanging over the top of the bikini bottom. So
Strapped around.
You can also like stick the tail down, I would assume, right? Like just out of light.
yeah,
But
it's
at some
like,
point,
it's just
there's a
kind of
piece
like
that's just
hanging.
wrapped
Yeah,
around.
I guess,
Yeah, it's
right.
like, what is even the purpose? And he has his hands on his hips, and he's gonna just like wade into like the shallow end.
Okay. Steps out.
You're like power walking into the
Into
water.
the shallow end.
All right.
He's like a wall walker or something.
You're definitely. I mean,
Like a
you're
whole
able to do
thing.
that. You can
It
do
just-
that.
If he had floaties on each arm, that would be cool, but you know, I don't know if they have magical floaties.
I don't know. I'm gonna roll for it.
How well equipped is the?
Yeah, sure.
The
There's
pool of
there's some
exalted
there's some
rise.
floaties that are like
A lot of
There's like
lifeguards also teach swim lessons.
There's a
So one
pool
of those
house.
things come to life and teach me how to swim.
there's a pool house there that has like random assortment of like floaties, inner tubes and things like that.
Okay. So he's got little like pink floaties
How
on
dare he
each
make that intelligence?
arm and just wades into the shallow end and tries to give like a swim stroke for the first time in his life.
Okay.
Kick your legs. Kick
Go
your
ahead.
legs.
Go ahead and
So
make
short.
you go ahead and make an athletics check.
Come on, Korgan. We're gonna show Beadle up. You can do this.
I'm
Such a good swimmer.
What's that?
Be a 12.
So you're kind of like struggling at first. You're like doing like a doggy paddle, like just trying to keep your head up. But after like 10 minutes of kind of like doing it, you start to get a little bit of a semblance of like a technique to where you're not like just expending all of your energy to keep your head up, and you're able to like kind of like move yourself a little bit.
I just quietly go off on my own and start swimming.
Okay.
Mugen totally follows
Quietly.
her and is like,
No.
"You got just those legs. You gotta do this. You got this."
I try to.
She's trying to swing
I keep
coach
trying
hard.
to swim away from movement.
Okay, so
If
go
you're
ahead
gonna
and
get
make an
away from me, you're gonna
athletics
need to kick
check.
those legs.
Make an athletics check with advantage because Mugen is helping you, even though you are reluctant to receive help.
Accept the help.
You're being shy now, Korgan? You just gave a little tongue.
That's true.
I was in terror.
You have visions of Belzana.
Advantage.
You have advantage because you're being helped.
That one was a 10, which is 15. That's a 2. So 15.
So you are able to actually, when you first jumped into the water.
I splash Mugen as much as possible.
Okay. All right. When you first jumped into the water, you had never tried to swim before. So being in that much water, your mind just like went into a panic and you freaked out and you're like, which way is up?
What is water?
Yeah. But
I drink water.
but now
I bathe, Mugen. I
Yeah.
fucking bathe sometimes, just not all the time.
but now that you've kind of like gotten your bearings back and you slowly waded in to the water, you actually pick up swimming like relatively quickly, and you actually start to you develop like a technique into it, and pretty soon you're like swimming circles around Beadle, who's like still kind of doggy paddling, but like has gotten most of
I'm trying to.
it down.
I ask Mugen to help me out of the pool.
Mugen tries
And I
to swim
reach
over
my
to her.
hand. Oh, you're swimming with me?
Yeah, I'm swimming in the pool too.
God damn it! I was
Are
not trying to pull you into
also,
the pool.
I'm gonna have Mugen also make an athletics check.
Yeah, I'm graceful as shit, but I'm slow as hell because
Yeah.
I'm not very athletic at it. So 17.
Nice.
Fuck you.
So Mugen,
Not athletic
I have
at
plus
all.
5, and
Mugen-
you have -1, and you did better than me on your 1 roll than I did on 3.
Doing like a breaststroke,
Yeah.
turns back
The
into
shame.
turns back into a
Beetle did
butterfly.
really well, too, at an
reverts
athletic
back
check.
in, and she's
Yeah.
like, "I was
What
on the
did you
swim
roll?
team. What can I say?"
A 13 or 12.
Mugen can't keep up with like the ferocity in which you can swim. Like you can swim way faster than them, but Mugen
And
has
I'm
like
motivated.
Mugen
I'm
definitely has like a
angry.
technique in which like Mugen could probably swim for a lot longer than you could.
I will swim forever.
So I mean, maybe if you rage, just like slapping the water angrily.
I thought, honestly, if I'm being real,
I will
thinking
punch
about
the
it-
water. This water's
Well,
my bitch.
wait, I probably, the feelings that I have, I probably should have gone into a rage when Mugen was trying to be like motivating and supportive, and I'm like, just shut the fuck up. Leave me alone. I hate this. I know you're being nice, but I hate it.
I can teach myself how to swim.
I can do it. I wish you didn't see that.
So you guys spend the evening into the sun goes down and the stars wink into existence above your head into the sky as you guys are splashing around in the pool. No one seems to really like. They're not. No one's coming by. It is fall, and so like most people aren't really going to hang out at the pool, so it doesn't seem like a whole lot of people are hanging out.
She's
Although-
magic, I'm sturdy, and you're covered in fur. So
Well,
we're
I was gonna
probably
say,
okay.
There, it does
It's getting
seem
pretty cold.
It does
Make
seem
it warmer.
It does.
Go inside.
It does seem as though there is some sort of heating element to the pool that keeps it at least like a decent temperature.
Of course, rich people.
Yeah. You're in
Oh,
like
with their
a
heated
fucking
tile
super affluent
bathrooms.
part of the city, and it's a bunch of high elves that generally practice arcane magic. So
Okay, I go over to Mugen and I say, I'm sorry that I put my tongue in your mouth. I don't know why. That was the first thing that I thought of doing.
Yeah, definitely. You should ask about that kind of thing next time. It's called consent. But I'm glad that you're okay. I just wanted to make sure that you were breathing, and I'm glad you're safe and sound. And you seem to have picked this up so well. What a great swimmer you
Oh
are.
my god.
What about
I hate
me?
encouragement, apparently.
A beetle is a drenched badger and like tries to shake the water out of his
Probably
fur.
look a lot
Do
And then he's
make
trying to like lick the water out of his fur. Like this is gonna be a process.
Can I charisma roll in my response?
well, first off, I want to see. Beetle has never swam before, right?
Nope.
Does Beetle like take like water bathing? Does
He
Beetle.
cleans himself.
How do badgers?
so?
It's like a ferret or a cat. They use their tongue. They
Yeah,
clean their
that's
fur.
what I'm like. Make a.
It's not like he takes a shower.
Dear podcast listeners, how do
How do
How do
badgers
badgers
bathe?
Yeah, just do like a dexterity check.
Okay. To what?
Did
How am
you
I
roll
being
to swim?
dexterous?
You're trying to. You're
How
trying
was
to
it?
we didn't
shake individual parts of you to
blindly
get the
dive
water
into
off.
the pool. I think that was the he walked in and
I was able to wade in and swim successfully
Yeah,
with my
you are.
floaties on my arm.
That doesn't mean that you know how to like shake water off of you.
Well, how gracefully am I shaking water off of myself?
I mean, don't animals just go,
Oh,
holy shit?
sorry, I didn't make the basket. Okay, so my dexterity is +1, so it's a 15.
All right, so you're able to like you can feel the weight of the water like kind of trapped in your fur, and you're able to shake it off and come out pretty graceful and looks, pretty nice. You're not like a wet mess. Seem pretty presentable.
There's a little the towel hut here. Let me just grab you one, and it's dry and warm.
Yeah,
Yes.
there's definitely like a little tiny hut that has like heated towels that you can pull out.
These are warm towel. Lovely.
All right, let's go to bed so that we can head to Olde East Vale tomorrow.
Yes, I'm so glad that we want to head to Olde East Vale in the morning. Let's get a nice rest and head on out.
I'm so glad that you can both swim so that no one would probably drown if we fall off a boat. I can't imagine why we would, but now we know.
Let's hope whoever we get to charter this boat for us doesn't ever want to push us off. That would be the only reason I would ever go in.
There's definitely no circumstance where that would ever happen. So yeah, we're good.
We could be told to walk the plank.
I'm terrified now. Thank you.
We're not chartering pirates.
But weren't
As
there
far as
pirates
you know.
over in the Sparrow Isles? We might someday be chartering pirates.
All right, yeah, let's head back and we can get some rest and head out in the morning.
That
Okay.
sounds good.
Head to where would we head to charter a boat in the morning?
The docks.
Well,
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you know that Certain is a like coastal city.
Oh, for
So
sure.
there
but
are docks if you were to head. The Exalted Rise is inland.
I know some people that
so,
work
like,
down at the docks, I'm sure.
The Exalted Rise is inland and also like up on a hill. The Exalted Rise. So
it's risen.
like from where Mugen is at, if you were to look directly south, you could kind of see like over the city and in like the inlet further down.
Okay.
So you would know, like, just keep walking south, and you'll get to
Get to that water.
that good water.
The shimmering inlet.
Yeah.
Mugen reads these books that she got from the library until she passes out.
Okay.
So you sleep now,
When I'm reading,
Yeah.
I thought you just tranced.
stay conscious until I can.
I think, yeah.
You can slip into a trance, maybe,
It's not-
where you're just
It's not impossible for me to sleep.
Oh,
Don't sleep.
I just
Yeah.
didn't think elves slept.
They don't have to.
Okay.
I
Kind of a waste of time, but it can be exhausted. It happens.
Yeah, so Mugen continues to... You guys eventually...
Last two.
Thank you.
You guys make your way back. It's getting a little chilly. Beadle, your fur is retaining a lot of water. So, it's kind of cold, but you're all right. You got thick skin. I think that's like literally in your description. So it's not like really bothering you too much.
Hide, yes.
Yeah. You guys eventually make it back to Mugen's home and set up for the night to take a long rest. Mugen just starts reading books and ignoring both of you, which is something that Mugen
Typical.
generally would want to do.
I just go to sleep.
And yeah.
There are no spare beds. There are only piles of books.
Beetle will continue to try to dry his fur and curl up in a ball and fall asleep.
Do you do the thing where you keep walking around in a circle?
No, he just becomes a little fur ball and falls asleep.
Okay. Yeah, so you guys take a long rest, essentially.
Long.
Yeah, so you guys sleep through the night. You are in a safe, warm place, and...
With no beds.
No, there's books, though.
This is fine.
You can sleep on some books.
We have rock beds. Did you see that rock we're oh, wait, you weren't there. Never mind.
You guys do manage to sleep through the night.
We just talked about it, though.
Which, yeah. So, yeah, you wake up the next morning and What are you doing?
Mhm. Waking up.
Hey, Mugen, do you got some of that
Yeah.
coffee?
Okay. Yeah.
Like
Do you-
paper just kind of like shoots out of nowhere and it blocks
Paper
it.
mache everywhere.
Just kind of, it is invisible, but it's kind of there until once it's affected.
Do you have some of that coffee? Let's
I
get
do.
going.
And Mugen digs around and finds the decaf.
Okay. Yeah, you can take some time,
it
make
tastes
some
the same.
decaf coffee.
A little, she makes herself an espresso, but a little decaf cup for everybody else.
This is pretty good.
I really prefer my like home brew of tea that I have, but it's
You're more than welcome to use the kettle.
fortunately it's down with Burrower, so
Well, we can just pack up and start. We just got to find some boat that will let us charter. I mean, I can work on the boat for the voyage, or we could go
Let's
as
head on.
far as they could take us. And
I don't think we should have any trouble. We just need to find someone that's trustworthy. We certainly have enough gold to barter with.
yeah, I can help below deck or something if need be.
Yeah, let's head down to the docks. I'll lock up here. Bring Bender with me, and this.
Yes, and certainly bring any books that might be beneficial for our journey.
We'll need all of these that I've borrowed from the library.
Yes, bring those along. We can throw them in my cart, and then we can, if as long as the ship can carry Burrower with the cart, that'll work out fine.
That sounds like a plan. Let's go.
Okay. Yeah, you guys head out of exit Mugen's home, and Burrower is there. He had been curled up, kind of just sleeping on the sidewalk
What,
area.
a parking lot?
You don't have
For
a
everyone's carts.
yeah.
You know,
Kind of just sleeping on the sidewalk.
There's probably stables around.
The cart is
like
pulled up in
fancy
front.
stables,
Yeah.
but like everyone rides horses and things. They're just.
Yeah.
I assume you get a parking spot, right? It's a
Burrower's
luxury apartment,
yeah, they always got to have an
Yeah.
apartment parking spot.
but
Burrower's pretty intelligent, and also
Yeah.
so he's just kind of like hanging out in front. He was sleeping as you guys exit the building. He's just like, "Rrr, rrr, rrr,
you ready for some adventures, boy?
rrr, rrr, rrr."
Alrighty, let's do it.
Don't worry, Burrower, but we're thinking about going by sea. So
Rrr,
bring your sea legs, Burrower.
rrr,
Don't give me
rrr,
that. Mary Kai asks for a lot from us.
rrr. You see, he goes and like there's like a bit on the cart that he bites and like pulls up and over himself, and then it kind of like latches onto him.
Oh. He pulls on his own like harness.
Yeah, he's got there's like a system in which he's able to pull the cart and like attach it to himself.
Aw. Let's go down to the docks.
Okay, you guys. It takes probably about by cart like 45 minutes, an hour ish to get down to the
Traffic's
docks.
bad today.
Well, you're in a big city and you're on the opposite side of the city from the docks.
Okay.
So
It's still early morning.
yeah, it's still everyone. There's not a whole lot of people, but it's a bit of a distance. Yeah, you guys make it down to the dock. You can see that there are still boats like coming in. There's a number of boats that are there. There's a bunch of like taverns that line the like boardwalk area. Some of them are really loud. Like clearly people docked here and have just been drinking and partying all night. This has been the first time they've been on land for a long time.
Even at this early in the morning?
I mean, it's early for you,
Is it
but
clear?
it's still last night for them, apparently.
Is it clear?
So, I mean, like, because Beadle's an early riser, so he usually wakes up at, like, 6 a.m. And so
Right.
say it's, like, 8 a.m. right now.
Mm-hmm.
Is it clear where there's like incoming versus outgoing boats? Can we head over to like where there's outgoing
Is there a clear office for the dock master?
or that? Yeah.
Yeah, there's definitely like a dock master office that looks much more official. It's like a standalone building that's kind of off on the like wharf, and there's like docks going off of that. Probably somebody there that you could talk to.
Dock master, I have a question.
You see that
We'd like to charter a boat, sir or ma'am.
yeah, you see that the door the door is like a full-size door, but you see the bottom half of it opens, and that you see that there is a like little gnome who's just like, yes, what can I do for you?
We're just curious where we might find a boat that we could charter to Olde East Vale. If you might know of a place or a person.
Give me a moment. Boat's going everywhere. Hang on. He like pulls down some like really thick glasses from the top of his head, and he pulls out a little charter and is going through different notes. And yes, I mean, there's a couple boats going to Olde East Vale. I think there's one about to leave right now. If you head down to the docks, if you head down left from here, I guess, and go down, you should meet Sonny. Sonny, he's captain of a small vessel that generally they carry like. It doesn't matter. If you just go over there and talk to him, I'm sure he would take you along.
But he's leaving now?
He's leaving. I mean, he's scheduled to leave in like the next hour.
Let's go.
Okay, we better hustle. Let's go, Korgan Mugen!
Yeah, let's do it.
So if you guys follow his direction, head down to the docks, walk down this aisle to the docks, go left. You do see a small shipping vessel, and there is a half orc who is throwing things on to the ship, and a turtle, very large turtle person who is standing there with a clipboard kind of checking things off. And it looks like he's got like a little, on him it looks small because he's very big, but it is a regular size captain's hat that he's wearing as he's kind of checking things off of this clipboard.
Hello, sir. Is your name Sonny? It's Sonny.
Are you the
think so.
captain, good sir?
Not all at once here. My name is Sonny, and I am the captain.
Well, we would like to charter your boat, good sir. Could you perhaps fit 3 passengers upon your boat?
4. We have Uber or down.
A dog and a cart too.
Oh, yes.
3 plus
We do
1
have
plus
some
cart.
luggage.
You see the
The boat looks big enough. I'm sure you could fit us all.
I just
half-orc,
I
like,
just
looks
start
back.
boarding the boat while he says so slowly. All right,
the half orc looks back and he's like, "We have room for that. It's fine." Yeah.
I'm already on
And
the boat.
it's like, well, my first mate says we got room, and
What's your first mate's name, Sonny?
his name is Rodon. He's first mate. He's best first mate I've ever had.
Oh, that's lovely. How long have you known Rodon?
least past 5 years.
Korgan, move the stuff onto the
Yeah, like I'm just loading everything this whole time. I'm just behind him as they talk to him. I'm literally just.
He's gonna make.
I know they're super engrossed to go. Real quick, how much does it cost us to charter your ship to bring us to Olde East Vale?
Yeah, he doesn't even notice. He's like, you guys are just talking to him, and he's just like, well, yeah, and doesn't notice that Korgan's just carrying shit on the ship. Rodon just doesn't fucking care.
After I get everything in there, I walk back out and I say, "Anchor's up, Sonny."
What did Mugen ask?
How much it would cost for us to charter the
Well,
ship?
we're
Would you
already.
even know we're here?
Since
Where
they're
are
already
you
headed.
going?
Well, we heard that you're headed to Olde East Vale, which is where we would like to go. So I suppose just for passage on your ship.
We are going to Olde East Vale, so
We've got
I
our sea legs,
suppose-
Captain.
if you, that's
We're
good.
sparkling company.
I guess if you're going to the same place as us, just don't have to charge too much. Let's call it 5 gold.
Here you go. I guess give him 15 gold.
You give him 15 gold?
Just 5 for the
No,
4.
well, we each get
Oh, for
5.
everyone. I thought you were saying it was
No.
per
I was
person.
like, that's so much gold.
I thought you were saying.
No, just in general. You're going to the same place he's already going.
I just give him 5 gold then.
Yeah.
I misunderstood.
Mr. Turtle, will you require additional gold for my dog companion?
A pet.
As long as you can feed him and clean up after him, I don't mind him.
You won't even know he's here.
All right, well, are we ready to set sail?
Yes, sir. Sea legs are aboard. I'd prefer not to have to swim.
Sounds good. And then all of a sudden, he just kind of vanishes, and then he is literally materializes at the fucking, like, what is it called?
Helm.
The helm of the ship. And you guys, I'm gonna have you all make a insight check, or maybe you could maybe do history, or nah, it wouldn't be history. Insight, intelligence? Insight or intelligence?
I Misty Step up to
For
where he
what?
is on the deck.
What are we checking? My
No,
body?
It doesn't matter. You can just roll the thing.
God.
My body.
I'll tell you what happens.
7.
What was it? Insight?
Yeah, insight or intelligence.
5. Or just general intelligence?
Yep.
8.
We're gonna go insight. That's gonna be a 9.
7, 8, 9. What is it?
He clearly used something that was not. It's weird. Like, you don't recognize what he did, but he somehow is able to move super fast.
Go ask him what that was.
Yeah.
Mugen.
It's Dim. And I Misty Step up to where he is.
Okay, you do that. Well, hello.
I'm pulling up the anchor.
Can I do something for you?
No, I just saw you move so quickly, and I thought it would be. This was the place to be. Is this where we should be here to go and be heading out?
Oh, I'm going. I just, I do that sometimes. It takes me a while to go to and fro, and
I open up the sail.
I've never been on a ship like this before. Would you mind if I watched you command the ship from here?
well, sure.
Fascinating.
I guess I don't mind. The whole time that Korgan is also doing all this stuff, like, Rodon is kind of like, he's trying to keep up with you, but you're just like running around frantically, like doing stuff, and he's just like, what? Oh no, that's not how you do it. Oh god damn it. Oh, this isn't how you do it.
He is so slow. Oh, we gotta go. I can't wait for him to finish all of those words.
Rhodey, hurry it up! Like,
You guys get
Beadle's like, come on, let's get it going. We gotta get to Olde East Vale.
you guys get the Jesus Christ.
What did we pay for? Let's go.
5 gold pieces, and this as fast as we can set sail. Let's get a move on.
You guys
You're
unfurl
the
the
first
sail.
mate. How has Sonny kept you on board so long?
You guys unfurl. Jesus. You unfurl the sail. You pull up the anchor, and you guys set off. As everything has happened, Rodon kind of turns back to you guys and goes, he's a lot faster when he needs to be.
Oh, I'm sure, but
When does he
right
need
now.
to be? When does he need to be? We are on a top secret mission, Rodon.
Mugen just notating everything.
You guys set off into the inlet. The waters and weather seem very agreeable.
Absolutely beautiful.
The sun is starting to rise in the sky. You see the city in its full majesty of Certain just starting to come to life as you guys leave it. And that's where we'll end our story tonight.